Hey there friends, and welcome back to Strange Rebel Gaming. I'm Brianna White, and today we will be playing another episode of Gone Home. This game is so atmospheric. It is calm but also tense. It's just a little point-and-click explorer story game, but I'm very invested in the story. It's super compelling, and these characters are really likable despite not seeing them at all in the game. It's all text. It's all narration. The voice acting is great. I'm excited to see how it ends. So take a second before we begin to hit the like button as I give a huge shout out to our patron of the day, Zodster. Thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. It really means the world to me. It means that I can do little playthroughs like this, and I don't have to worry about the algorithm or monetization or AdSense or any of that nonsense. I can just make great content that you all enjoy. That's what I really want to do, and patrons help support that dream. So thank you all so much to everyone who's supporting on Patreon, and especially today, thank you to Zodster. And now, everyone, let's get on to that gameplay video. Enjoy! Girl Scout, the band formerly known as Cub Scout, set list. Okay.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
Okay, so there's like a whole part of the house that's locked out right now. I don't know the combination to this yet, but I'll find it. Okay, this is so angry. Please stop it. It's not my kind of music, I'll be honest. Okay, oh, newspapers. So many newspapers. Oh, lots of newspapers. Okay, some, ooh, hidden wall. Great, very creepy, love. Grab postcard, what do we have? Oh, a nice little bridge. Hey Sam, I'm writing to you from Multnomah Falls. I'm here on a stupid class trip, which is stupid because it's March, and I don't know if anyone running this school has been to Oregon, but it's cold and rainy as shit in March. Wish you were here. Oh wait, you are here because I'm writing this to you in the gift shop. Oh shit, here you come.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost.
Oh no.
Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, you didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl.
Classic parent line.
But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
That's so hard. Can we figure out what is in this? Because it looks like ash to me, and then I'm like, is that a dead body? Is that like cremation ash? I don't know. So I think that journal entry is really telling, with the whole like stick with the group, repeating like stick with the group, and then this fear of, you know, every time she gets in trouble, is she going to get caught and outed? Because she clearly is still new to liking girls, and she is still trying to figure out what it means, what it is, and she doesn't want to label it. And Lonnie just goes, let's just have fun. Let's not worry about the future. Let's not think too hard about it. And Sam seems to be the type that is stuck between wanting to be normal and stick with the group versus exploring this adventure and going off the beaten track because of how she feels. And right now she's just toeing this line and has to live with the anxiety of both of those choices. And that's gotta be really hard for her in that moment. That anxiety, that fear of like, don't get caught, because then you're gonna have to explain to people and we're not there yet. Okay, this is like a never-ending house. Bratmobile, costumes, skeletons and devils, cheerleaders from the Smells Like Teen Spirit video, one girl dressed as Jackie Kennedy, the Psycho House Girl. The coolest stuff about being the Psycho House Girl. Cool thing number 1. Everybody in the hall thinking you don't know they're looking at you and whispering as you walk past because I guess they haven't heard of peripheral. That's a lie to mom and dad situation, but it was so worth it. The girls, oh, this is the journal. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome, and everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Okay. It seems like Sam is the only one who explored this house. Like, I feel like the parents like don't know any of these rooms are here, and it's just like Sam wandering around this murder mansion. Women outlaws. This'll show you who runs things around this joint. She's tougher than a wild Mustang. No female's gonna tell me yarg. Voice acting. What do we have here? Girl justice now. This one's for you, Grossman, Revolution Girl, and Captain Allegra. Had enough? The great mod fellow. Heard enough? Kicking against the patriarchy. Heavens to Betsy. Bratmobile. Girls to the front. Love it. Kicking against the patriarchy. All band stuff. More chips. Sonic Youth. Pizza box. It's a good thing it's empty. Oh no. Dear Miss Greenbriar, I appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring more unwanted attention on yourself, which I believe is what you claim began this whole incident in the first place. What a victim blamer. I hate this principal. Schools are the worst.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
So to me, it again highlights this contradiction between Lonnie and Sam's style of thinking, because Lonnie is very like, whatever, I'll just deal with it when I deal with it, and is very unpredictable in the way that she handles things. So this whole like don't ask, don't tell thing, like even though Lonnie seems to be a lot more open and brash about who she is and being rebellious compared to Sam thinks about the don't ask, don't tell thing and goes like, what a horrible way to live. And so I think Sam is just the more, thoughtful and fearful type, whereas Lonnie is this like brash, unpredictable, I can't sweat the small stuff because I'm not like that kind of thing. Yeah, it's really interesting. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and when she's home she takes it out on you, like because you're not a member of the family she knows you won't call her on it, and I'm sorry. Haha, it's okay, I know. She's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know, I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mom is a psycho Christian and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you wouldn't rather live with your mom in Florida? No. It's gonna be a no. Yeah, very much Life is Strange vibes again, because you have this very principled, moral mother, and then who probably embraces some level of hypocrisy, and then you have this husband who's a complete tool, this new guy, this stepdad. So it seems like Lonnie is the Chloe, honestly. En español. Oh my gosh. Dear Head Conservationist Greenbriar, due to your exemplary management of the Flintlock prescribed burn operation last year and the service's need for experienced personnel to direct regional operations, we would like to offer you the position of Regional Conservation Management Director, responsible for operations throughout Northwest Oregon. Your assistance would be sought to fill your previous position on site at the Flintlock National Forest. Your new posting would be at the Regional Management Building, located at 128 Bullhorn Road, which should be much more convenient for your daily commute. Please respond as soon as possible regarding your decision. We very much look forward to your reply. Signed, Bruce Pendleton. Yep. Froth, music and culture. Tincture, Poughkeepsie's Teenagers of the Year. Gosh, so funny. Who designed all of this? Like, whose job was it? Hats to you. All my hats removed. Stop flickering. Stop it. I don't like it. Guardian angels up above, bless this house with lots of love. Oh boy. Aha! So now we've gotten into this big, huge portion of the house. What are you? A stub? Earth, Wind, and Fire Civic Auditorium. Mom definitely went to this concert. Just put back. Okay, so did we explore? There was one more room down here, right? Or in this, like, creepy basement situation. Or was there, like, there was an upper floor. Pull the lever, Crunk! Wrong lever! It was not the wrong lever, though. It was the right lever, and here we are back in our guest room. Okay. So back down we go. Okay, this house is gigantic. So we're in this. We went up to the guest room. We went down to the basement. Okay, and then we unlocked it from here. Did all that, and then here's these rooms. Okay, what do we have here? A closet. This is such a big house. Sam, this skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico, and it was like $3 American. I love it. Merry Christmas. Miss you. Love, Elle. Treasure it always. Oh, that's the skull that made it onto the green skull that made it onto this bookcase over here in the foyer. In the foyer. Yay! This house is so big! Oh my goodness. Okay, we need lights. Lights. A formal dining room. Oh my gosh, this house is huge. Mom's purse? A second purse? Pamphlet, manual for forestry research and education. Take care of our forest. Only you can prevent forest fires. Hi, Jan. A letter from Rick. Hi, Jan. I got 2 tickets for EWF on Thursday, but my girlfriend says she doesn't want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again. So that leaves me with an extra ticket that I thought you might be interested in. More fun than clearing brush in the freezing rain, right? Rick. Rick! You dog. She's married. Oh, man. They definitely went to that Earth, Wind, and Fire concert together. Jan. You're his superior, Jan. Shameful. Oh, we didn't ring the bells. All right, we gotta go back and ring those bells because that was cool. We were listening to a journal entry at the time, so we didn't get to ring the bells, but those were cool and I want to touch them. Where were they? Is there like a walk faster button here? Where were those bells? Up. We need to go down. They were like communicate with the rest of the house bells. They were like, right, they were right. Oh my gosh, where the heck were they? Oh my gosh, it's gonna take me forever. Oh, here's a murder boiler room. No, I missed it. They're definitely in this room over here. Yeah, touch. That's crazy, man. That's how they used to communicate in houses. Now you just text people. Now, how do we get back to where we were going? I think this is right. Why am I walking up the stairs so slow? Come on, I have mysteries to investigate. But I think that detour was well worth it. Okay, so this is our formal dining room. We didn't yet explore more postcards. Oh, that's I don't actually know where that is. Is that Paris? Is that Rome? Where is that? Ah, Vatican City. Okay. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. The Vatican is weird. As you can see, the Catholic Church still has a lot of money left over from the Middle Ages. I've gotten to see all of the art, including the Sistine Chapel ceiling and the sculptures by Michelangelo, Donatello, and the rest of the Ninja Turtles. Mom, we'll have to come back together. I would love to be here with someone who really appreciates the history behind everything. Also, Sam, they have various relics, as in pieces of important dead people, so you should probably come too. Next stop, Barcelona! Calm down, Dad. I won't get gored by a bull. Probably. Love, Katie. What do we have here? Some more of our zine. I guess that's a cute little zine that they make themselves. Okay. Let's see. Where are we? Open folder. We got some goodies in here. We had the Greenbriar, distributing inappropriate materials on school grounds. Yeah. Sam, since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so that we are absolutely clear. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges and from using your car for anything except going to and from school. We understand that you are going through what you are going through, but we can't allow you to continue with this kind of behavior at school. And clearly, once your privileges are reinstated, we can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie is at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on course so this won't have to happen again. Oh boy. They do not like Lonnie.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess.
Oh no.
But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
That is so hard. That is so painful. That she had to have the conversation, that they then said, well, we know better than you do about yourself and your feelings, and then grounded her, and then said, well, you'll need to have your bedroom door when Lonnie's over. Even though they revoked her social privileges, so in theory, Lonnie wouldn't be over anyway. So it was like a double hitter of like, you're never gonna see Lonnie again, but if you do, you're not gonna be alone with her ever. Like, that's terrible. That's just like parents being completely blindsided and then engaging in something so reactive that it ends up really damaging the relationship between parent and child. That's really rough. That's really, really rough. I feel for Sam. And I'll come back again to this idea of like, it's so frustrating. Both the like, just the idea of phases in general is so invalidating, both to members of the LGBT community or anyone who's not in any way normal or likes something or dislikes something that isn't considered normal. Anyone not normal is going through a phase, and it's so invalidating to say, well, I don't approve of your choices for your life, and therefore I'm going to say, well, you know, you may be into it now, but you'll be over it soon. Like, that's so dismissive and presumptuous and terrible as a way of pushing your own wants and needs onto another person. Manipulative as well. But when you have the power dynamic of parent and teenager, when a teenager really is old enough to know who they are and what they like and what they don't like, and then you have parents in a position of authority and power over them, that power dynamic is classic. You can't, as a parent, I think, not that I'm a parent, not that I've ever done a parent thing, but I feel like parents very often fall into this trap of being like, I can't deal with this, so therefore I'm going to say it's a phase. It's the same thing with emotions. You know, when teenagers are sad or angry, parents go, oh, it's just their hormones. It's completely dismissive that they might be going through something that actually requires thought and guidance. What a parent should do. So I really hate this whole like phase mentality. Don't ever tell someone they're going through a phase for anything, because it just means that you're not willing to engage with them on a level of authenticity. And that sucks. That means that it's not a real relationship. You know, I know that it's normal for a lot of parents and teens to go through this kind of thing, but I wish it wasn't, if that makes sense. I know it's normal as in like it happens a lot. I just wish that it wasn't the case. I felt like I had to relearn who my parents were when I wasn't a teenager anymore. And I felt like they had to do the same for me. What's up with that? Why can't you just learn who someone is as they come to you, you know? Like, I just feel like, yeah, that's tough. It's just tough. The whole thing, it's very tough. It's tough. Anyways, moving on. First off, congratulations, Janice Greenbriar, Regional Director. And I say congratulations because, come on, you're gonna take the job, right? What are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Call them back. But in the meantime, let's discuss this little outing you had with our favorite flannel-clad hunk. What a blast. But you sound like you're reading a lot into an innocent night out. You're sure there's something there? You said he has an out-of-town girlfriend. You're sure they're not serious? Okay, so we have to figure out when we'll see each other next in person. Enough with the letters. I owe you a congratulatory margarita, boss lady. Soon. Okay. So this is interesting because here we have Carol saying to Janice, "Are you sure you're not reading into this?" So what that means to me, and in response to Janice is the one that said, "I think there's something here between us. I think I should pursue this." And Carol's the one that's like, "He has a girlfriend. Are you sure it's not just friends?" But Janice is actually the one spurring it on, not Carol. It's Janice being the one saying, like, "I think there's a spark here. I think I gotta follow through." And Carol is the one that's like, "Wait a minute, take a step back. Are you sure you want to go here?" Which is really interesting. Which kind of tells me that Carol is the fun friend and is the joker, but maybe has a little bit more of a stricter moral compass. You know, she'll joke and all that. "Oh, he's attractive, send me pictures." But when it comes down to actually going through with an affair, Carol's like, no. No. You don't want that. Interesting. All right, what's the next thing? Crumpled manuscript. The Accidental Warrior. Don't give up on this, honey. Terrence Greenbriar. Aww. Terrence wrote a trilogy about the JFK James Bond thing. And he crumpled it up because no one would buy it. And his, I assume, wife wrote, "Don't give up on this, honey," on it. Aww. Interesting that the game developers would put this manuscript right by this admission of potential affair situation. So either they're trying to make you think, will they, won't they, will she, won't she? Or they're trying to highlight that you can still love and support someone and also mistreat them and disrespect them. Interesting. Where are we? Dark hallway. Yes, okay, so that's the door we went in, and then we came out through here. And then there's another door here. Some more cassettes of what I assume is only just going to be angry music. Yeah, this is Bratmobile. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. Another kitchen? Oh wait, this is the kitchen. Have we come up with another kitchen? It's so bad. I'm sorry. We're not listening to that. What do we have in here? Cups and plates and stuff. What else we got? Can't interact with any of that. Okay, that right there is the biggest lie in this entire game thus far, okay? Guarantee you, in any 1995 fridge, you press this water dispenser and that jerk comes spitting out of the fridge all over you. Every time. Okay? It doesn't just trickle down into the drain. That's a lie. Okay? It comes shooting out at you. Every time. Shameful lie. Anyways. Grab veggies. Succotash. Blech. As far as veggies go, that's a poor choice. Almond spinach. Fish sticks. This was a classic 90s food. I ate this a lot growing up. A lot of fish sticks growing up. Cookie caramel ice cream. Good old high fructose corn syrup ice cream. What else we got in here? It's like a little nostalgic blast to the past. Blast from the past? Amore pizza. Sam's schedule, working at Crown Burger. Ooh, get that money, Sam. What do we got here? Ooh, wedding invitation. Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Blair request the honor of your presence at the marriage of their daughter, Helen Margaret, to Mr. Richard Morris Pattermark. What? Richard Pattermark? That's Ranger Rick. Sunday, the 4th of June, 95. This would have happened 3 days ago. Ranger Rick got married. Oh my gosh, what happened in this house? Oh my gosh. Wow. Open the fridge. I need to see the goodies. When was this bought? Today? Is it sour? Oh my gosh, good old Russian salad dressing. Did you know? Okay, this is a fun story. I was going through some old cookbooks from when I was growing up because I was really bored in quarantine. I got so tired of all the recipes that I had. And I was looking through like old cookbooks that belonged to like my family members. And one of the recipes says to marinate something in, I think they called it Russian dressing. Maybe it was Catalina dressing, or maybe it was Russian dressing, but either way, they don't make it anymore. You have to find something similar because they don't make whatever they called it. I don't remember if it was Catalina dressing or Russian dressing, but they don't make it anymore. So you have to, I think they now call it French dressing. But basically it's a tomato-based salad dressing. And I cannot, it's not Thousand Island, because Thousand Island has tomato, but it's also creamy. Whereas Russian dressing is like very like just tomato-y. It's like a tomato vinaigrette. Yeah, it's very strange. It's very, very strange. Anyways, this fridge door has been open for a really long time. American sandwich slices. Imitation pasteurized processed cheese food. Blah. Gross. Raspberry jam. Banana. Apple. A sticker. Pro tip from Brianna, always take off the sticker before you try to wash your produce because that sticker will not come off after. Clear it! Clear it! Alright. There, you gotta wash this pot. Right, there you go. You're welcome. Cookie jar lid. There's cookies in there? There never is. What is the point of all this? Why can I interact with these things? Close it! Oh, this drawer is very broken. I thought that was a sink. It's just a broken drawer. These cabinets need to be remodeled. They sure do. Oh no! This kitchen is a disaster. You can't cook in here. You can't cook in here. Creamy peanut butter. Garbage. What do you have here? Uh-oh. Samantha and Daniel were in the woods one day. It was sunny and they were on an adventure, but they went to the bad part of the woods and it got dark. Daniel said, "Are you scared?" So Samantha said, "No." "Are you?" They left and went more into the bad part. Then they went to a part that was never there before, and there was a ship, a pirate ship, on an ocean. Samantha said, "I'll be the captain and you be the first mate." Daniel said, "Aye, aye, captain." And they went on the pirate ship and started sailing away. That's pretty cute. So it seems like this was the beginning of the first mate lore. And Daniel used to be the first mate.
Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it. And then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. And for some reason, I almost believed him.
So it seems like Daniel still is weird, a little weird, but is still nice and is sad that Sam doesn't want to be his friend anymore. Dear Regional Conservation Director Greenbriar, having received your formal acceptance letter, I write to congratulate you on your new position as Regional Conservation. No! That 3-ring binder just fell out of the shelf and I got so scared. Oh no! I hated that. Oh, I hate scary things. Oh, they make me so sad. I hated that. Oh my gosh. Stupid binder. Oh my gosh. Oh. I can almost guarantee that was not on purpose on the game's part, but holy moly, I really didn't like that. Oh gosh. Whew. Okay. All right. Dear Regional Conservation Director Greenbriar, congratulations on your new position. So she accepted the promotion. We wish you luck in your final weeks and very much look forward to welcoming you at your new desk on May 1st, okay? Oh, it scared me so badly. Oh man. All right, here we got our pantry. What do we have? Vanilla cake mix, now with pudding. Tuna dinner, classic flavor, add margarine. Margarine is such a 90s thing. Ugh, tuna pasta, no thank you. Hip-O's, very 90s. Hamburger dinner. We did this in our Discord cooking club. We did hamburger helper as a recipe one time. Those were the good old days. Honey snaps, fuel for winners. Bran with fiber. Do you like how when I first started this game, I was like, and we put it back right where we found it, and now I'm like, get out of here, bran fiber. Salad dressing, they don't even make you anymore. Beans! Got some corn. Got some more beans. More beans, a lot of beans. Potato chips. Kitchen, all right, pantry. June, oh, interesting. Maybe this is why the house is empty. All right, here we have Katie comes home this month. We'll call with exact date. Rick's wedding, can't make it. Send regrets. They didn't go to Rick's wedding. It was too sad for her. Charity junk pickup. Okay, so wow. Okay, so now it's seeming like the mom maybe didn't have an affair and that maybe she made the right decision and didn't follow up with it because Rick got married. They decided not to go to the wedding and instead planned their anniversary trip on that week. Interesting. Potluck. Dentist. Forest Loop Trail Hike event. All right. Interesting calendar. I'm glad I saw that. Did we read this? We didn't. More reading. Dear Mr. Greenbriar, first let me say that I hope this missive finds you well. Feels like a miracle it finds you at all. Do you know how long we've been trying to track you down? Worry not, we aren't the feds, the men in black, or any other sort of creeping fascist hobgoblins. In fact, we're on your side. Let me start from the beginning. This is a fun one. Unknown Dimension is what you might call a specialist publishing house. We traffic in the weird, the ahead of its time, the lost but not forgotten but a small but dedicated group of plugged-in bibliophiles type out there mass market shunning visionary expression that refuses to be taken on anything but its own terms. We've had an unparalleled run since our inception 4 years ago, unearthing and reviving Christ, or zombie-like, timeless works such as N.N. Bestman's Message of the Snake Men, It's Inside Me by Jens Keller, and M.L. Krieger's oft-banned Venusian Flesh Traders. But ever since we discovered tattered copies of your accidental series at a church rummage sale in Long Branch, New Jersey, we've been trying to track down the author of this weird and dark American outsider art. It's just the kind of forgotten portal into 20th century civilization's anxieties and delusions that our readers lose their minds over. James Bond and Harrison Ford might be the dick-swinging heroes that modern suburban America wants, but John Russell, mild-mannered insurance agent by day, reckless history-revising sociopath by night, is the twisted peacekeeper that it deserves. It is our mission to bring him back to life. Okay, so I've typed plenty. What do we want from you? We want your permission to reprint the work since your original publisher, Mercury Books, folded a decade ago. We want you to supply a new foreword for the books to appear in brand new editions of The Accidental Savior and The Accidental Pariah to be produced by Unknown Dimension as a limited run and marketed directly to our highly discerning customer base. And we want to offer you a portion of the proceeds, contract to follow, assuming you're interested in coming along with us on this weird odyssey. We look forward to embarking with you and to thrusting your work screaming back into the sweating palms of an unexpecting American public. It's about time. Blast off! Medish Kaczynski, publisher. It's so fun. It's truly just goofy, good old fun. A garage! What do we have here? Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend celebrating our anniversary, June 3 through 7. We will be camping in the gorge, but we will give you a call on the way home. Sorry, the kitchen is still mid-renovation. Never trust a contractor. $40 is on the table to order pizza while we're gone. Be good. For 4 days? You want her to eat pizza for 4 days? Oh.
I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot, really. You're not allowed to bring anything with you. You have no possessions, no contact with the outside world while you're in basic. You just train hard every day, and then you deploy from there. So, they'll just send her away. To who knows where. The other side of the country, the other side of the world. My mind, can't process it. She's really going to be gone. Just gone.
That's horrible. That's so sad. As soon as I saw the hat that said ROTC, I was like, this is not gonna be a nice one. This is not gonna be good. Oh, okay. Lonnie, my parents are leaving town, so we'll have the run of the whole house till you leave. Imagine actually spending the night in my room instead of sneaking up to our usual spot in the attic. Not that the attic doesn't have its musty allure, but my bedroom is warmer. Sam, we should defile your parents' bed while they're gone. That'll show them. Lonnie, you are gross. Never change, Sam. Oh, this relationship is something. All right, so we still haven't gotten up to the attic, but I mean, we've explored everything else. We're not going out the garage. The attic is the only place that we have yet to explore, it looks like. We've unlocked all the rooms. The only question remains... Oh, we still have to go down this part of the hallway. Okay, there's more. Of course there's more. There's always more. Wait, we've already been here. Oh, no we haven't. Last show ever, Saturday, June 3rd, The Tonic, a going away show for Lonnie D, okay?
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. When she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her.
Oh.
Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
It's so sad. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. I have had a wonderful time on the beaches of Barcelona. Dad and Sam, I think you would like the Gaudi architecture. Gaudi? Is it Gaudi? It is from a strange alien world. I'm headed to my final destination, Amsterdam. For how long? That depends. I'm running low on money, and I will look for a cheap standby ticket and call you when I'm headed home. Sorry for the short notice. Can't wait to see you all again. It'll be good to be home. Love, Katie. Okay, we did the bathroom. What do we have here? A little utility laundry room. Detergent. Okay, turn on the lights would be helpful. Great. Good old laundry sink. Fabulous. Softly. Okay. What's in the dryer? Some jeans. A note! Sam, I wish I knew how to explain it better. The army is this thing I grew up with. It's part of me. My dad's army friends are like family. I've always known it was where I'd end up. I'd never thought of it any other way. I wish things could be different. Maybe someday when I'm settled at a base and you're done with college and you're a famous writer and I can rebuild a tank engine with my eyes closed, things will be different and we can be together. Until then, L. Wow, look at this sunroom. That's so cool. Little greenhouse, little atrium. Love. I totally want a room like this. It's a writing corner. I love. The accidental pariah. Strung Pines, a couples counseling retreat. They went on a couples counseling retreat. It wasn't an anniversary trip. Oh my goodness. Listen, it looks fun. It looks nice. And we know you don't have to be in a troubled marriage to go to a couples counseling retreat. This looks like it would be fun for a couple. Like, look at this fun. Well, I don't really like group activities, but building trust, understanding, compassion, get away from the everyday and learn skills for a healthy, happy partnership. Love, that's so nice. However, we happen to know that this marriage has problems. And what's interesting is this is Terrence's desk. So Terrence is the one that found this and was like, we're going to this, Jan. Or I'm leaving you. Oh, the drama. What do we have? The accidental human? Not another one. Oh my gosh, there's an audience for everything. Dear Kaz, I can't tell you what a joy it is to see John Russell back in print. Thank you very much for sending along copies of the new editions. The cover art is really something. I know you've said that Unknown Dimension isn't in the business of printing new material, but this revised interest in my work has brought on a wave of inspiration, resulting in a manuscript that completes John Russell's journey, which I think you may find intriguing. It is reflective and introspective, without forgetting the excitement and weirdness that Unknown Dimension readers expect. I hope this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimension to pursue. At the very least, I'm grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to an end quite when I thought they had. Cover copy. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved the president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future, of danger and excitement, the days where he mattered. So when that familiar rip in time opens in front of him and his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No. The life you save this time will be your own. Dun dun dun! Where will do it? Final preparations are complete. Midnight, another secret door. Get out of town!
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried, and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
Oh, that's so sad. I keep waiting to find... Oh, okay. Of course you Ouija boarded. I keep waiting to find Sam in the next room, you know? Possession and exorcism, interacting with the supernatural and releasing unwanted spirits. So this is what he meant when they said, or this is what she meant when she said, we saw Oscar off. Noted psychologist Christine Quinn guides the reader through the detection of spirit possession in oneself and others, the release of displaced or trapped spirits, and the procedures involved in successful exorcisms. The healing of lost souls is a particular focus. Allowing loved ones and local entities to move on to the next plane is sometimes the core of a spiritual cleansing. Oh my gosh, look at this review. A fascinating exploration of processes connecting us to the other side with real, practical value. I don't know if we have the same idea in mind of what practical means, but okay. Oh, his name tag. That's cute. R.I.P. Oscar. The attic key. Good old
The
honey
sunset
snaps.
light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
I don't know if I'm ready for this. Oh no. Sam, I'll always remember what we had. Stay strong, kick ass. I love you, Lonnie.
Oh my god. Katie, I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being a part and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us. And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes.
Oh no.
Yes. Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need.
I'll roll the credits still, but I'll mute the music just for copyright concerns. That was just that honestly was just a short, sweet, simple little game. It wasn't complicated, it wasn't difficult. It really was just kind of like a point and click exploration story game. It was just a narrative. It was just a good little exploration story. It's good. I enjoyed that as well. I thought the voice acting was phenomenal as well. Yeah, I think cats. Oh, all of the cats got a shout out. That's nice. I think that's it. But I feel like dogs should get some credit too. In the next page. Okay, just a big screw you to dogs from this game development company, I guess. Wow. Okay. Just gonna leave dogs out, I see. Yeah, so this is a really, really sweet little story. I feel like, of course, it could have been more complex. It could have hit more emotional notes. But I feel like they chose to keep it simple for a reason. And I support that reason. I think that in general, they did a really, really good job of keeping things focused and narrative to like one main story and one side story. So the main story being you have the story of Sam and Lonnie, and then you have this side story of Mom and Rick. And in the end, kind of everybody gets their happy ending except for Katie, who has now uncovered all of the dark secrets of her family and gets no closure and just has to sit in her home. In fact, not even her home, in a home that her family has come into that's not hers. And then just wait there until her parents come home. And then has to have a conversation with her parents full of emotion that I'm sure includes something like, how could you treat my sister that way? Then the element of guilt that Katie must feel for not being there for all of this. You know, not being there to support her sister when she needed it. And just sending these fun postcards home being like, Barcelona was amazing. I wish you were here. You'd love the architecture. But meanwhile, the family dynamics are just crumbling around at home. And she gets to come home and realize that, like, she missed all of this important stuff, and now she has to deal with the fallout. Meanwhile, Sam is gone. Sam is like, I'm out. I don't feel supported here. Really, really, really intense. We didn't get any more backstory on what happened with the grandfather and why his portrait was punched out. Or we didn't get any more with like Oscar, any more backstory of Oscar, or why it was considered like the psycho house. It was in the safe and we didn't open the safe. Should we go open the safe? How did I miss the code? It's hard to find. Oh, you went down the stairs so quickly. I thought she fell. Where's that stairway down? There we go. Oh, so we did find the code. We just never used that code on anything. Wait, yeah, we did use that code on something. The audio is still muted. You're right. Here we go. Put that back up for you. Although I don't think anything is... Yeah, there's just some ambiance going on there. How do we get that in here, right? Yeah. Let's find that safe. What room is that in? Here. Okay. Is one of these the code? One of these years? 1957? Maybe when they bought the house? I guess Terrence was an only child. That checks out. Let's try that one. No, let's try 63 then. There we go, we got it. Okay, what do we have here? We have bottle. Iron bile salts. Not to be used when symptoms of appendicitis are present except on competent medical advice. Okay. A syringe! Creepy. Hydrogen peroxide. Okay. Some oil of clove. Maybe an antibacterial. Solution of morphine tartrate. That's dark. Aquatol. Relief of occasional constipation. Okay. Read letter. Return to sender. Okay, so Oscar sent this from Mary Greenbriar. Okay, we can assume that's the grandma. Oh, I cannot read this. Oh, come on. Dear sister. Oh, so Mary is the sister. Right. Because, right. Okay. Because Mary married Richard. Right. Okay. Dear sister, I unite what shall be my last appeal to go unanswered, one way or the other. I feel a prisoner, as on an island, with no jailer, no human soul for commune, only my one mind examining itself endlessly searching for relief. I am the years since transgression. In the years since transgression, I have sought no absolution, only bare forgiveness. In good faith, I have removed myself from all temptation, sacrificed to prove my commitment, however I can imagine. Since mother's passing, I have yearned for nothing more than the acknowledgement of my own kin, to be treated as human again, to breathe the air of human spirit once more. By grace, even a wretch like me could be saved, but I do not expect it. If no response is received, I shall henceforth accept my sentence, and one day simply cease to be. With a brother's love always, Oscar Mason. Okay. So, with the we have this letter, this very vague letter, and we have, you know, hydrogen peroxide, syringes, we have a bunch of medicines, right? I'm gonna guess or question or postulate that Oscar is a drug addict? Because he says, in the years since transgression, I have sought no absolution. I have removed myself from all temptation. Sacrifice to prove my commitment. So was he an addict and then did something terrible and then his brother disowned him? And then he just was cut off from the family and wasted away in loneliness? It seems like it's pretty vague. It doesn't give a super clear answer, but that's kind of what it seems like. Interesting. At first I thought there was some sort of like assisted suicide situation, but with the combination of the words, you know, in the years since transgression, I have sought no absolution, only bare forgiveness. In good faith, I have removed myself from all temptation, sacrifice to prove my commitment, however I can imagine. So I wonder if his addiction, and he also mentions mother's passing, so I wonder if his addiction drove his mother to, maybe a stress sort of death, like a heart attack or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, interesting. Super, super interesting. I'm seeing Mr. Lunny say there's a theory that Oscar abused Terry? I don't know if that's supported. I can understand why people would create a theory. I just don't know if I have the evidence to agree with that. Although, Mike, you say there's a theory that Oscar himself was gay and his family ostracized him for it. I don't know if I see that in evidence either, but I can understand why that would be at least a theme that fits with the main narrative. Yeah. And it also further explains why he was ostracized from the family. Because if he was just addicted to something, he wouldn't be ostracized from the family unless he actually did something to hurt someone or, really, really abuse someone. But back in these days, when was this dated? I don't know, the 60s or whatever. To be an addict was not that unusual. To be, an alcoholic, that was not something you ostracized someone from the family for, but being gay was. And abuse, I guess Terry stopped going to his house at age 12. I guess I could see that, but here's what doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe that Terry would move him and his family back into this house if abuse was the matter. Because if Oscar was gay, then it would have been kept completely secret. He would have been ostracized from the family and no one would have talked about it ever again. And Terry would be none the wiser, and he would feel comfortable moving back into the house with his family. But if Oscar had abused Terry, I just don't see Terry moving him and his family back into the house. But there was a letter from to Terry from Oscar saying he was sorry. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I missed another piece of evidence that maybe would support it, but I don't know. They very well might keep it intentionally vague for that reason, because that's pretty sensitive subject matter. Interesting. Okay, now that officially is the end of the game. We may have missed a few little things here and there, but we're going to call this playthrough finished. I am glad that I went back and looked in the safe. It seems that there are lots of theories out there that maybe some of them have been confirmed by the developers. Just interesting. I love a game that supports a sense of conversation and discussion that makes you wonder long after the game is finished. I would like to think that, even though this game is indie and simple, that's why it's been successful and it's stuck in people's hearts. It's short, it's simple, but it has a level of complexity by the time you're done with it that makes you wonder, that makes you think, and makes you want to discuss it with people. So knowing that, please discuss it with me in the comments. Leave me a comment and tell me what you thought. What's your favorite theory? Who was your favorite character? Even though you walk in Katie's shoes, I have to say, Lonnie's probably my favorite character in the same way that Chloe is my favorite character in Life is Strange. Oh, is Chloe my favorite? Maybe it's Rachel, maybe it's Max. I don't know. It's too hard. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like the video if you enjoyed it, share it with all your friends so they can enjoy it too, and of course, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell for Strange Rebel Gaming so you don't miss the next video. That's all. I love you all. Bye!